Hi, welcome to this pickapile reading. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. This is for the new moon in Taurus, when we can actually manifest anything that we actually want. But it's also Halloween, 31st of October. So what's going to happen? The influences will go into many weeks for you, especially with the blue moon, 2 moons in October. Very special on Halloween. So what do the cards have to say for you? So we've got 9 tarot cards and 2 oracle cards. So this is pile 1. If you want to pause the video to have a look, this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So I'm going to pause the video, pile 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pause the video and set the cards out for you, and hopefully you've made your decision, and there'll be timestamps down below. Okay. Hi, so set the cards out, and this is for card pile number 1. Pile number 1. So we have the Black Cat, Tarot of the Night, and Raven's Prophecy, the Moonology, and the Witch's Oracle. So let's get to it. So let's have a look at the first aspect, what's going to happen on the blue moon. So you have here with the Black Cat, the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about starting things. So this is a fantastic time for a new moon to start things. So cast those spells. I've made a love spell, do check that out. All these things that we can manifest. So start in a logical, analytical way of trying to put into action what you really need to put into action. The Emperor also stands for a being of rule. The Emperor in Chinese philosophy was very feared in a way, that they ruled with a firm hand. They had many people bowing to them and doing their work. But we've got to be careful, especially because it's a new moon and Halloween, not to override in an aggressive way. You can be assertive but not aggressive, because aggression will go the opposite way. So maybe you can dress up in something that's really royal and empowering yourself and put into action what you really do want to put into action on the new moon. What else have you got? So now you've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about those thought processes. Sometimes the Knight of Swords just does things in a robotic way because they always follow the king. Seeing as you've got the Emperor here, you are the king, you are that ruler. So make the mindset rule yourself in a way that it doesn't matter what's going on, you can rule your world, and have understanding that sometimes it is about putting those unwanted thoughts in the past now. The new moon will allow you to do that, and moving into the rest of the year is a good time to put those thought processes behind you. You can then understand that you are the ruler, you are the new ruler of yourself. So Halloween, the new moon, is a really good place to start. So because the new moon is Taurian, it is about the stability and the security that you must be thinking about now. So wash away all those unwanted thoughts. Realize that you can rule yourself with a firm understanding of what you want to achieve. So what else? 10 of Wands. So this is saying don't overdo things. If you are feeling suppressed, if you're this type of person who feels with the new moon that you're very emotional, especially that you've got too much to do, remember that you are the ruler now. You can do things at your own pace. You can delegate. That's what the ruling Emperor is about. So kind of analyze what you need, what are your priorities and what you need to do. 10 of Wands is about struggle and hard work. So yes, delegate, but think how you can manifest things on the new moon in a way that suits yourself. This is important because we don't need yourself to be burnt out. This is a very important aspect. So if you are overworking and overachieving in stuff that isn't really necessary, rethink things, how you can delegate, how you can manage these aspects. Okay, so what else is going on? So now we change to the Tarot of the Night. You have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is all about that fantastic newness of money and opportunities. So on the new moon, paying attention to the Taurian aspect and the earthly aspect is all about gaining financial stability. So having a look how you can rule and maintain that rule, but also that good luck charm about how money can come in and the opportunities that you want to come in. So think about it as having a piggy bank or a jam jar. Start collecting, putting pennies away, putting nickels away, putting euros away, putting yen away, putting all those coins in that little jar or a piggy bank. We'll set about collecting more and more and more. So if the universal factor is like attracts like, if you put 1 penny in, you're going to get 2 pennies, etc. So this is a great time with the new moon to manifest more of the money side of things. You might not even be thinking about money, some of you, but now is a good time to set that aside, savings and manifesting. Okay, so that's very lucky. So the next aspect that we've got for you in the new moon on Halloween is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party with the 3 of Cups. So hopefully you guys can be very sociable with your friends. Even if you can't go out door to door, maybe just have a little Halloween party and be a little mad. Put the fun into your life and realise that friends are important, and that will be how you feel about things in general. This is going to set up the energies for the new moon and the rest of the year following into next year to be happy and reliant and trustworthy on your friends and your group of people. Perhaps some of you haven't got those reliable friends around you, or you can't see them. Your friends could be your mindset. To make your mind your friend is very, very important. And also your heart and what you're doing. If it's very kind to yourself not to overwork yourself. So remember to rest. But this is about social engagements. So maybe set up on the new moon that you want more social engagements and you want firmer, deeper friendships than ever before. Okay, that's something you can manifest, and the wonderment and the magic that brings Alice in Wonderland to her own realizations. So you have the 7 of Swords as well. So the 7 of Swords is going to bring you about ideas that are brand new, because we've got the new moon in Taurian. So again, looking after finances, don't let them be drained away. It's very important perhaps for some of you to make a budget. So don't rely on other people now to help you in finances. Be empowering, because after all, you're the emperor. You can allow those people to work for you to get where you want. But yeah, you know, it's about empowering yourself now. So this is a good time for the mindset to get in charge of how you can have that luck for yourself. This is a lucky card for you. So that's a very lucky aspect. So not kind of listening to negativity and things like that. It's always good to manage how you are. Okay? So moving on. What else? We're on the Ravens tarot now. So you have the 2 of Wands. So the opportunity and new doors are opening for you. To realise that it's very important to see what is out there. So the encouragement on the financial side is going to be really good. So look for the new opportunities. If finances is one of those things that you are concerned about, do the money spell. I've got a great money spell down in my playlist, and just open those doors to the possibilities that you are in charge now of making your own life. So put that financial aspect, those practicalities in place. Okay, what else? 6 of Wands. So yeah, you have absolute success. This is always success surrounding friends, and we've got that right in the middle of your reading. So people have helped you, so you can still ask for help if it's a little bit overwhelming for the rest of the year. But success comes after exams, after learning, after getting that wonderful career, getting that perfect relationship. So whatever you've been concerned about that you're not achieving, now is the time to have achieved it. So your energies are bringing the door of opportunities, and that you will get it. Okay, so this is good. This is really good. So last tarot, and then we'll go on to those, is the 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands is all about empowerment. So if we go right to the start of the Emperor card, one must believe that you are the Emperor. Believe that you have all the ability to create what you want. Sometimes this is about, especially because it comes under the 7 of Swords as well, it's all about if people are annoying you or saying you can't do it, or maybe your belief system is you can't do it. Yes, you can. It's difficult when opinions or situations have brought you down in the past, but this is about empowering yourself to understand that you have control. So protect yourself at all costs. You can see this hand is protecting those little flames from the rain, because the hand will know the rain is going to put out the fire. So those elements are very important. Don't let anyone put out your flame of ambition, your flame of action. It's important, that, isn't it? So put your desire in where desire is, and burn out what doesn't need to be burnt. But obviously don't overtax yourself. But this is basically empowering yourself, so hopefully you can do that. So pile 1, let's have a look at your Moonology card. Prosperity lies ahead. This is a great card for you guys. Well done for picking pile 1, because this is the moon in Taurus, and you've actually got new moon in Taurus. How amazing is that? So this is going to give you stability for many years perhaps to come. So take that Ace of Pentacles and really be solid and grounded in what you want. So the door, you could have a new home if you wanted. You know, new doors are opening. Hopefully it could be a home life for yourself. So be empowering and be the king of your castle, the queen of your castle, the goddess, god of your castle. So that's absolutely fantastic. And the last card for pile 1 is Wiccan Read. By the Wiccan law we must. So it's ethos. When you have an ethos, it's about your stability, but it's also about how you live your life. So you can rewrite whatever you want now. What is your own goal? What is your manifestation? It's good on a new moon to actually do that. So maybe start a new journal, write a new manifestation for yourself, a new policy. I will always give a grateful statement at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, because gratitude will always bring more abundance to us. So this is your ethos, this is how you live your life, your own individual life, and not about paying attention to the past thoughts of, oh, I can't do it, oh, you know, it's not possible at this time. It is possible. I can't believe you guys have actually got a new moon in Taurus. That's absolutely amazing. So that healing energy as well. So think what Taurian means to you. Maybe some of you are Taurians. Maybe you know what that means to yourself. But I wish you all the luck, and enjoy Halloween and enjoy the new blue moon. Make sure you do something to allow that goodness and prosperity to enter your life with abundance. But paying attention to yourself in that divine love, and just saying to yourself, I am worth it. I am absolutely worth it, and that you love yourself. When you bring in unconditional love, it just manifests in your life and spills over to all those people that you do love. So thank you for listening, Pile 1, and we'll see you again next time. Do check out all the other playlists on my channel. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome to Pile 2. If you picked the larger cherry leaf and the small leaf, this is Pile 2. So this is for 31st of October, the new moon in Taurus. Oh, honestly. So, Halloween. What's going to happen on your Halloween? What's going to happen for the new moon to manifest exactly what you do want? New moons are always great at doing that. So I do have the love spell for manifesting love, or the finance spell for abundance and money. So let's have a look for what's going to happen for Pile 2 on Halloween, the new moon. So you've got the Ace of Cups here. This is a fantastic card for self-love and self-realization, that it is within the emotions and love itself that you can have that abundance and prosperity of anything that you wish. So this is a very lucky card to start afresh, to start with yourself, that self-love, that divine love. It's also great for manifesting those perfect relationships within life. So hold your cup of abundance and see that emotional clarity of clear emotions. When you've put to bed all those old emotions and have a cup that's clean, clear, you can manifest anything that you do want. So now is the time to look inward at what you do want. So Ace of Cups is that one big, it's like the Holy Grail. When you have the Holy Grail, you have the Fountain of Youth, the Fountain of Abundance. So this is a great card for you on the new moon to realize that you can have it all. So the question is, what do you want? Ask yourself, what is it that you truly want for the greater good of yourself and those around you? So that's one aspect. So we have the Six of Cups. So this might mean that you're nostalgically thinking about things in the past. Sometimes this can happen because we're still in the retrograde Mercury, sorry. I think I've got the new moon madness already. So when Mercury is in retrograde, communication is bad, and a lot of people do want to reflect back because it seems that the planet is moving backwards. So our thoughts and our way we think is going backwards. But if we look at the new love, it's all about stepping outside the box now and going newness, not going backwards. So a lot of you perhaps are thinking of the exes that you want back. This is a very common occurrence for a lot of people, but especially in the Mercury retrograde. We're feeling nostalgic about what happened in the past. So sometimes our thoughts can be very idealistic, but if we're having the new love about ourselves, we need to be more real. We need to embrace our own love and our own empowerment, not thinking about things that are a lot smaller than our ability to move on. It's a new moon in Taurus, which means that stability and security that we need, not a fantasy or a dream. Okay? So what else can happen? So you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about that spiritual teacher. You could be this yourself if you allow that. If you pay attention perhaps to a spiritual life, as in the Ace of Cups, bringing that divine love down into your life. Some people like to connect with God. Some people like to connect with angels or their spirit guides, or all of the above. Whatever you believe in or whatever you know is going to really help at this time. So connect to yourself on a higher level than ever before. Also, this card traditionally can mean that perfect relationship. So maybe if you do want to manifest that perfect relationship, that committed relationship, now is a great time to really pay attention to that, because we've got the new moon, the rare blue moon in Taurus. So this is a great time to have that connection to everything that you want in your life. Okay, so moving onwards. So you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is going to bring you a kind of speed that could perhaps be overwhelming if you're quite a slow person. You know, like paying attention to that Taurian, and I'm just going to do things methodically, slowly, and really understand who I am. I need patience, I need time to reflect. But this is about speed. This is about things happening quite fast. So if you do want to manifest something and you know exactly what you do want, this is a good card for you, that it is coming towards you quite fast. So don't be overwhelmed at times, but just relax. So what else have we got? So you've got death. That doesn't mean physical death. That just means death of a situation. And one of those things could mean if you have pickapile 2 and you've been reflecting on the ex a little bit too much, now is the time to really pay attention on the new moon, the new life. So put to bed once and for all those relationships that don't serve you at all. It's a great opportunity. It's the blue rare moon that will bring the stability into your life. So love will come, because you've got the Ace of Cups and you've also got the Hierophant. And this particular deck has got these pink roses. So you're crowned with beauty and crowned with love. So really understand that on a new moon, especially if you pay attention to self-love, divine love, and you could go and look at that new moon love spell that I've done, which has hints and tips about how to set up your abundance love corner. Okay, so pay attention to death. Things do have to die off in order for the good to enter your life. So this is a very good luck charm for yourself. So we have the Two of Wands. This is a wonderful card for opening up your opportunity. You can see this lady looking into the skull. It's like she's looking into her soul and saying, who am I? What am I? What do I want? So it's almost like a reflection back. So some things do need to be extinguished, but a lot of things do need to move forward. So again, it's only in death that we can get the rebirth of the situation. So putting to bed now those old relationships and embracing the new path of who you are. New moon in Taurian is going to give you that stability and security that you want. Two of Wands, whether you want to manifest love or relationships in money, finance, career, all the opportunities are here. So pay attention to the magic and the alchemy that could go on within your life. Wow. So we've got the crow's prophecy down here. So we have the Knight of Coins. So this is a really sturdy place. This does remind me a lot of Taurians. How they can look to the future, but with steady eyes on their vision. They don't rush in, they plan. So now's the time perhaps to plan what you're going to do. What is your future looking like? So open that door of opportunity to what it does look like. So see things with fresh eyes, open the doors, and it's definitely coming. So really know that once you love yourself, empower yourself, then the Knight will take action to the future. So making a vision board, saying what you want, writing down those aspects is all a manifestation spell on the new moon. So look to what you do want, plan for what you do want, and then you can achieve what you do want. So 3 of coins. So again, it's about hard work. It's working together to achieve what you do want. These 3 little roses are working together to bring a bunch of flowers to somebody, so to speak. So in a way, you can see that when you give a gift, it is received well. So this is a gift perhaps to yourself, to make sure that you know that the gift that you give to self is hard work, but also understanding and learning your new skill. The new skill is putting to bed what's no longer serving you and managing the new life, the new you, to be all that you are meant to be. So this is what the Hierophant was about. You're the spiritual teacher to give to yourself what you really do want, the foundation of what you want, and build upon that. So the last card, the 4 of coins. 4 of coins is this rose bush growing together. Now, it's okay to grow together. It's firm and solid. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's in the sharing of that. It's not keeping one to oneself. So if you are these people who wanted to start a relationship and you're a little bit scared to do so, it's about sharing who you are. It's finding that new love, putting to bed what you don't want, and sharing your feelings, sharing the ability to move forward in many aspects. You do have the door open now. So with the 4 of coins, don't be small-minded or small in your action. Yes, we've already said plan ahead, but also share the opportunity. Know that the opportunity is there and share of yourself with the opportunity. So let's have a look at your moon. Don't believe it, you've got a blue moon. This is shocking. Right, so believe in the impossible. It's a blue moon. Yes, it is a blue moon. So the blue moon is in Taurus. So the impossible will happen for yourself. So if you don't believe that things are possible, nothing can happen, you know, it's not happened for ages, and whatever you're telling yourself, now is the time to believe in the impossible. It's happening on the blue moon. It's an absolutely fantastic phase. Believe in that love aspect, that anything can happen. So make sure you do sit down and write your goals, ambitions, put to bed what you don't need. So now we have death again. Wow, you've got that twice. So this is pile 2. This is a definite indication, a double message, so to speak, of you must put the past behind now. You know, do a ceremony perhaps. I now release my past. I embrace the newness. I believe in the impossible. And I believe in self-love, universal love, and I know everything happens for my highest good. If you kind of do things like that, it's more gentle to understand that death is one of those things that we have to learn. Physical death, emotional death, mental death, but also if we don't put to bed what we don't need, we can't embrace the new, and the newness for you guys is definitely there. So I know some of these things are difficult, especially when you're thinking about an older relationship, but it is vital to look at the reality, vital to look at the realism, that sometimes being idealistic is that it is just an opinion of what could happen. But it's about manifesting those things. You've got really down here strong coins, strong practicality. And if we look at the new moon, that is in Taurus, and that is grounding and practicality. So the practicalities of your belief system, that's solid and real, because the Knight of Pentacles always looks to the future in a realistic way. You can manifest something real, but not a half-heartedly dream. It has to be solid. It has to be real and grounded. So please, guys, you've got death twice. So it's like, do put that past behind you now. Embrace the love that could be yours. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you very much for listening. Do check out the rest of the playlists that I've got, and I might see you in the live streams. All right, do take care. Lots of love. And have a good Halloween. Hi, pile 3. How are you doing? So if you picked these leaves, pile 3, this is your reading. So we have Halloween, 31st of October, and the new moon in Taurus. So what does that mean to pile 3? Let's have a look. This is a great day for manifesting exactly what you do want in the new moon, the blue moon, the rare moon. So let's have a look. So for pile 3, we have the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins, you can see here the black cat is just relaxing in the sea with sharks swimming around them. So perhaps at the moment you feel that things are a little bit difficult, but you're on top of the situation. You're relaxed. There's no worries. 9 of coins is all about how you control yourself, how you've had a success with finances, or the ability to make things happen within your life, and things around you don't seem to matter. What is that one goal to achieve that 10 of Pentacles, where you've got that perfect scenario of your practicality of life and career? So relax, perhaps, especially with the new moon coming up, to allow yourself the newness to say, yeah, I'm okay. I'm actually okay where I am. I can manifest exactly what I want, and especially with the new moon, about putting a manifestation spell or a love spell, whatever. Now is the time to own who you are and congratulate yourself for where you have come. Okay? So, what else? So, 2 of Cups. So 2 of Cups can be a relationship with another person or a relationship to another thing. When we look at how we have that perfect balance between what we do and what we don't do, or the male energy in the action and the yin energy of the inaction, we have a harmony. If things become out of balance, then we have disharmony, and it's always best to go with the flow of your life instead of the unflow and trying to paddle upstream. So if something you know isn't really working out for yourself at this time, the new moon will allow you to give newness to any situation at any one time. So paying attention to what you do love, what you desire, and if you are self-employed or you want to go self-employed, now is the time to connect to that. So connecting on an emotional level is a lot better when you put your heart and soul in the project, whatever that may be. Then this is a good thing to go with the flow and see the end result. Okay? So you have the Knight of Pentacles here. So this is all about seeing the goodness. You can see here that he's doing his harvest. The new moon is on harvest time. We've already done a lot of harvesting. It's all about autumn in the Northern Hemisphere. And when the Northern Hemisphere is in full, it's about letting things go and seeing the newness. We need to get into the spring time. So this is about seeing your future, sowing the seeds, doing the preparation work, so you can manifest exactly what you do want. So what is it that you do want? Now is the time with the new moon to do some manifestation work, visualization, and really see what you do want. Own who you are, and then connect with that aspect, and then you'll be able to take action and rule your world. What else is going on for pile 3? Two of Cups again. Wow. So maybe relationships or being connected to your emotions is the most important thing for you to know. Maybe you're one of these types of people who are very sensitive in the moon phases. So because it is a new moon, a blue moon, and the moon in Taurus, find out about all relationships that are stable and secure and trustworthy. This is probably a time where relationships could be very, very important to have that stability and trust and loyalty, not only for yourself, but for life in general. So because it's come up twice, maybe you need to enter one of those relationships either with yourself that you know is worthwhile, because this is all about a reflection as well. It's about a twin flame almost, a soulmate. And if they're not up to scratch, then quite frankly, you can be very relaxed going with the flow of what life has to offer. This particular card, she's spilt wine or blood on her dress, and it shows that is your relationship working out how you want it? Is being on your own better or worse? So it's a kind of reflection of who you are and what you do want. So looking at relationships and seeing whether they bring that completeness to your life, or are they actually taking away from your life. So having a look at how you're connected emotionally to other people, but also yourself, is vitally important at this time. So you have the Hanged Man. A Hanged Man is about reflecting again on what you do want and the truth of what you do want. It's a spiritual awareness that one has to take time out, and I think that's perhaps why you're floating amongst the sharks. You're not really realizing that you do have the power. You're also holding here, or you're surrounded by the pink roses, that eternal love that is always there from the divine, from that divine spirit of love. So maybe waiting for that perfect opportunity. And are you waiting for that perfect relationship, as in the Two of Cups? Because if you are, that's absolutely fine. One has to manifest on a bigger level than ever before. I've actually done a new love spell that is perfect for the new moon phase. So do check that out. But it's important to wait for your inspiration to drop down. So sometimes it's about knowing exactly what kind of relationship you do want. So that's always good to actually achieve. Instead of going out with wishy-washy or staying with a relationship that isn't serving you, sometimes it's best to wait for that perfect relationship to be formed. Now then, you have the Three of Swords here. So it does show that there's a little bit of pain to be released. Whenever this comes up in anyone's reading, they need to have a cry. So maybe that's awareness that some relationships have been very, very difficult. So just making the time out for yourself and feeling, if you are upset, disappointed that some relationships don't work out, or some situations indeed. So now is the time to have a good cry and know that you do have that pain, but open up your heart today, coming in the next few weeks, and really let that pain out. Let the pain out so it's no longer there. In the new moon, this is perfect time to release all that energy of sadness, disappointment and regret, guilt, whatever you need to let go of. Now is a perfect time to let go of that. This is important to do so, to be able to see the new future going before you. Okay, so what's going on down here? The Four of Wands. So if you do that, you'll be able to have those mini little celebrations. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll realise that relationships, the best relationship is with yourself, and that's self-love. But knowing you do have the power within yourself to either panic and cause panic, or just relax and know that if you take time out now, you'll realise that love is coming to you. And indeed, the manifestation of anything you do want. So this card is all about being grateful for what you do have and enjoying it, because now is the time to enjoy. So hopefully on Halloween you can just enjoy the day itself. Six of Swords. This shows that if you have definitely done this and realised that things are no longer how they used to be, now is the time to let your mindset release what needs to be released and move away from that doesn't serve, especially on the mental side. So if you've been thinking how difficult things are, especially around relationships perhaps, now is the time to emotionally just, move away from that and that thought process. Some of you may have to physically move away from these aspects as well, but mentally just disattach and move away and say, no, I don't have to put up with stuff that I have done in the past. The new moon is going to allow you to see your future as it is in Taurus, and that is the stableness. So you need things more that are trustworthy and stable within your life. So move away from things that aren't stable, aren't loyal, and aren't trustworthy. And the last card, the Two of Coins. So sometimes when we're trying to embrace a new idea or a new love, if we hold on to the old idea, it causes the imbalance. So one must really pay attention to this card and release the pain, otherwise we can't have the newness. We have to wait for that opportunity. We have to understand who we are. When we have released all that things, we have to empower ourselves on a spiritual love to see that two is always sometimes about duality, but it can be about unity when we are in balance, because two halves are the male energy and the female energy within us, and that has to be a balance. So it's action and inaction as well. So the Two of Coins is about do not become imbalanced. Do not pay attention to too much activity around you that is causing stress. So sometimes Two of Coins is about that, when we have too much on our plate. So it's almost about becoming balanced, being in harmony with who you are. Okay. So we have a Moonology card. A personal issue reaches resolution, and that's full moon in Cancer. So when you have the Cancer card, you can see the hardness of the shell and the softness of the inside. Cancer is always about the home and the security as well, and very emotional. So if you again are very emotional around new moons, blue moons, kind of pay attention to that phase and really release what you do need to release. So all these personal issues that are going on has to be into harmony within yourself as a Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about duality, but it's also about harmonizing your emotions. So this is good news that soon the personal issues within yourself will reach a resolution. And this says the feminine side, so the goddess. So when we were talking about balance before, about the male and the female energies have to be balanced, they do. But if you have felt that you have been overruled in a masculine way, and you've been paying attention too much, that maybe you've been too busy with the action, take a step back and have a look at what you can gain. This card here about the Hanged Man, it's got the feminine aspect of love. So that feminine nurturing side, perhaps you need that more, and just realize that the Nine of Coins is all about self-employment and self-worth. So this card here is reaching the goddess, but in a feminine yin way. So it's behind the scenes, it's a little bit subconscious. So getting in touch with your subconscious is also a good time. That spiritual unconsciousness. So if you want to ask your spirit guides, God itself, or your guardian angels to help you. And one person, if you do believe in angels, is Archangel Haniel. she taps into the intuition side and would help you if you're very sensitive around the new moon. So you could work with Archangel Haniel now. But being feminine and being yin, and because you've got the moon in Cancer, which is all about the home life, the inside, it is also a good issue. So if you've been too alone, or you felt alone, and you're paying attention to relationships and the duality of life, what one part is to nurture yourself and to love yourself more. Does that make sense? So in the new moon, the blue moon is in Taurus. In the UK time, it'll go 9:20 at night. So that's a great time to pay attention to love spells, find them in my playlist, manifesting abundance and prosperity, or finance in my playlist. But anything like that, anything that you want to start, pay attention, write it down, visualize, manifest, do something now, because the blue moon is a very special moon. It's about starting to own your own power now, with being a goddess, and just realize that things do take time sometimes, but you need to start taking the action. This is about taking the action. Okay, so I hope that's helped. I hope you have a lovely Halloween, and I hope you really do something on the new moon. Thank you for listening. Do take care.